So hello everyone, welcome to Spentarn learning platform, and today we are going to discuss this Python programming first module, in which we will see the basics of Python programming, and we will do this Python course in different modules with having different kind of concept and the deep kind of learning in the Python. So let's move to the. So first of all, let me tell you one thing. I am your instructor, Puneet Vashistha from the Spentarn learning platform. And today I will teach you that how we can have the different type of data type conversions and the different kind of associativity. Okay, so let's start this module. Now, first of all, we should have to know the different kind of basics in the Python programming. First of all, we have code or source code. So we need to know what is code or source code. So as you all know that if we just type any kind of code in the Python, so it is a kind of instructions that we give to the machine to compile or to interpret it. So after that we get an output. So the kind of instructions that we write in the program is known as a code. Okay. Now moving ahead, we have syntax. So the set of legal structures and commands that can be used in a particular programming language. So different kind of programming language have the different syntax. So in the Python programming, we have different kind of syntax that we will going to study in this lecture. Okay, now we have output. So the message printed to the user by a program is known as output. So here in this Python programming, we use a print function. Okay, in if I talk about the C programming, there we use a printf function. So the different kind of programming languages have their different output functions. So here we will use a print function. Okay, now moving ahead, we have console. So the text box onto which we the output, our output is printed. So it is a console. So it is a kind of box in which our output is being printed. So here we will use the Visual Studio Code. I will let you know what is console there. Okay. Now this is the brief history of Python that you need to know, that it is invented in the Netherlands in the early 90s by Guido van Rossum, and it is named after Monty Python. It is like a show. Okay. Open source from the beginning. Yeah, it is open source that anyone can use this program. Anyone can use a Python programming. Okay, and it is a scripting language. Okay, scalable, object oriented. Here we will discuss the OOPS concept. Okay, functional from the beginning, used by Google from the beginning, increasingly popular. So it is getting popular day by day. Okay, now moving ahead, we have the features of Python. It is very much easy because the syntax is just like we just read the English. It is like that. Okay, easy to code as we have seen in earlier lessons, or we will see in the later lessons. In the like Python is very easy to code, and like if we compare it with the C++ and Java, it is very much easier than them. Okay, easy to read as it is a high level language. Python code is quite like English. I will teach you that how we can write a code. Features of Python are expressive. It is an expressive kind of It is a expressive kind of language in which we just have a. Suppose we have two languages A and B, and all programs that can be made in A can be made in B using local transformation. So it is a kind of expressive language. Like if someone is using the Java in his past, he can use the Python right now and can just transform the Java in Python using the local transformations. The different kind of functions, the different kind of libraries are being used in Python for this work. So free and open source, yeah, it is a free and open source programming language. Anyone can use it, and it is freely available everywhere. Okay. Now, high level language. We all know that it is a high level language. It is an interpreted language. If you are familiar with any languages like C++ or Java, you must first compile it, then you run it. You just have to run them first, or compile them first, or then you have to run it. But in Python, there is no need to compile it. Internally, its source code is converted into an immediate form called bytecode. So all you need to do is run your code without worrying about linking to libraries and a few other things. So now it is an object-oriented programming language. Here we will be having the different kind of objects and classes concept that we will discuss in the further lectures. Now the application of Python is the desktop GUIs. We use it in the desktop GUIs, software development. We use it in the scientific and numeric purposes. Also, we use it in the web and internet development. For an example, if I want to develop a website, I can use HTML and CSS. But in case if I want to use Python programming. So in that case, I use Django of Python. Okay. Now business applications, I can definitely use the Python in the business applications too. Now data types, it is very much important. Now we are going to start this uh, Python. Okay. Python support deal with following type of data type. The data types are here, like numeric data type, dictionary data type, integer, in which numeric is being divided into three: integer, float, and complex number. We have dictionary type of data type, boolean, set, and sequence. We will talk about them later. Okay. In sequence type, we have strings tuple list. We will talk it about later. Now identifier. We all have to know what is identifier. So the variables are containers for storing data values. A variable can have a short name like x and y, or a more descriptive name, age, car name, total volume. Rules for Python variable is a variable name must start with a letter or the underscore character. So let me tell you one thing. If I want to create a variable in the Python, I must have to know these kind of rules of Python. Now they have said that we must have a letter in the starting, or I can use a underscore too. So let's take it in the, like, I am just going to start my VS Studio code, in which, let me show you how you can open it. Here you can easily select your folder. Let me close it first. Okay. Now I'm just opening a folder here. I want it to the desktop. So here I have this Spentarn folder. I'm just selecting this folder, and here I'm just creating a new file. Okay. So I'm just creating it to the Spentarn1.py. Okay. After creating this, I can minimize this one. Okay. Now they have said that we can use the kind of underscore or the letter in the starting of any variable. So let us suppose I'm using one Spentarn. So as you can see here, it is already showing it that it is not defined islands. Like if I want to define it, if I just give it 9, okay, I'm just giving it an integer type of data type, and if I just print one Spentarn, okay, let me just save it, and if I just run this, okay, it will show me an error here that I cannot use the this in the starting. Okay, so they have already told me in the first rule that I can use a underscore or I can use a letter in the starting. So let us suppose we have this underscore here. Okay, now if I want to run this program, it will not show any kind of error now. You can see they have given me the output 9, so it is correct. So this is our first rule that we have understood from here. A variable name cannot start with a number, that we have already shown. A variable name can only contain alphanumeric characters and underscores A, Z, 0, 9, and dash dash dash. So okay, variable names are case sensitive, age, and age. Yeah, they have shown me a different kind of thing here. If I want to have A equals to 9 and A equals to 10, if I just print A and if I just print capital A, so the output would be different or not? Yeah, definitely it would be different because I have used the capital A and small a. These two A's are having different ASCII values, so we will discuss it in the further lectures also. So it is a case sensitive language. Okay. Now moving ahead, we have different kind of examples here. Like if I am assigning my variable equals to zone. Zone is a string here, and my underscore var2 equals to zone. Then they are having the different kind of variable. Okay. Now illegal variable names are, here I have used the number, so it cannot be start with a number. So it is illegal or it is not right. My dash, I cannot use the dash, so it is incorrect, and I cannot use the space here, so it is also incorrect. Okay, now moving ahead, we have different kind of keywords. Uh, keywords are just defined like they cannot be used as an identifier. So we have already seen here, like if I'm just using Spentarn, and if I want to use true, okay, it is giving me other thing. So I'm just giving Spentarn here. Spentarn equals to 9. If I just give it true equals to 9, I cannot use the true here. They have shown me an error. You can see this line. This line is somehow referring to a kind of error in the program. So you can see here, I cannot use this keyword like a variable. Okay, so they have already told me that keyword will not be used as an identifier. So we have to remember these kind of keyword, or just remember this like false, none, true, and there are different kind of keywords that we cannot use as an identifier. Okay, now moving ahead, I have type conversions here. So this is the type conversion where we just need to know that how a data type convert into another data type. So the process of converting the value of one data type to another data type is called type conversion. As you all know that we have different kind of data types that we have already shown in the above slide, like integer, string, float. Let me give you an example here. If I have assigned here this a equals to 9, this is our, okay, let me tell you one more thing. If I want to add the comments in the Python, I can use this hashtag, or this hashtag is being used for the single line comment. Okay, let me write this to here. If I'm just using this hash, so it is used as a single line comment. And if I just use this kind of upper quotations, I can use this for the multi-line comments. So I can use this as a multi-line comment. Also, you can read anything. Okay. So this is a multi-line comment here. Okay. Now I'm just writing here equals to 9. So this is our integer type of data. Okay. If I'm just writing a capital A equals to 10.8, this is our float type of data. Okay. If I'm just writing here, just remove this one. If I'm just writing here b equals to let us suppose I'm giving here hello. Okay, so this is our string type of data. So you need to remember this thing that if I'm giving quotation here, it is our string type of data, and if I just giving point kind of data, or in the number, if I'm just giving a point number like 10.8, 11.8, 11.08, so it is a float kind of data. And if I'm giving a equals to 9, it is an integer type of data. There we do not have any kind of point value, so it is integer type of data here. Now b equals to hello, it is our string type. Now let me tell you the data type conversions here. If I'm just writing the c equals to a plus capital A, can you guess the answer here? Yeah, it would be 19.8, because here they have already converted it. Like, let me show you the answer here. Let me run this. I just run this, it will give me 19.8. Okay, so here it is a integer type, it is a float type, and here I'm printing the c equals to a plus a. So it is giving me 19.8. So here I do not have to interfere with the Python. It is automatically converting the integer type of data into the float. So this is here the implicit type of conversion. Okay, if I just write, let me give you another example. If I'm just writing here, let us remove this one. If I'm just writing here like d equals to, if I want to add a plus b, can you guess the answer? Definitely, it will throw an error to me. Like if I just write print d, and if I just control plus s and just run this one, it will give me an error. Why they have given me an error? Because it is the unsupported operand type s for integer and string. They have shown me that I cannot add the integer and string, because string is a different kind of data type and the integer is different. So in this type of data type, what I have to do, if I just give it here the 9, it is also a string type. Just remember this thing, if I am giving a kind of data in between the quotation mark, it is a string type. So if I just add this one too, it will give me an error here too. You can see here, it is also giving me an error. Like it is an integer type, A is an integer type, and B is a string type. So I cannot add it. So now what can I do? I can do one thing here. I can just convert this B into the integer type of float type. Also, before moving further, I can just convert it like B equals to integer of B. If I just do this thing, now it can give me the answer. What can be the answer? It can give me the answer of 18. Okay, let it run. You can see here, it is giving me 18. So how it is giving me 18? I'm just converting the B into the integer type. So now it is 9 is an integer now. So if I'm just adding A plus B, 9 plus 9 is now 18. So if I just print this one, it will give me an 18. So this is how you can convert. So now let me tell you one thing also. It is our explicit type of data conversion. Okay. So here I have just interfered with the Python. So this type of data conversion is known as an implicit type. Oh, sorry, explicit type of data conversion. Just remember this thing. Okay, let me comment out these all the stuff. Okay, just moving ahead. Now they have shown me some examples that how we can convert the implicit and explicit type of data conversion. Okay. Now we have the expressions. Now you must have to know what is expression. A data value or set of operations to compute a value is known as expression. Like for an example, if I'm just giving 1 plus 4 into 3. So Python is a kind of language here we not need to define the plus or multiplication. Like if I want to just add two things, 4 plus 5, okay, and I just give it to the A, okay, and if I just print A, what it will give? Definitely it will give me 9, because here I do not have to define that it is an integer data type, it is a float data type, or it is a string data type, because I have already mentioned it that I am just adding the two kind of numbers, the 5 plus 4. It already know that it is an integer, so it is giving me 9. Okay. Now the plus sign defines here the expression. So this is an expression. Like if I just subtract this one and just get the output of it, you will see -1 it is printing. Now if I just use the multiplication here, okay, and just control plus and and just run this, it will give me 20, because 4 into 5 is 20. Now let us suppose if I just give this like this one, what it can give me the output. Let me run this. It will give me 1024, because 4 asterisk asterisk 5 is refers to the like 4 to the power 5. Just remember this thing. If I am just writing 4 to the power 4 asterisk asterisk 5, it will give me 4 to the power of 5. Okay. So this is how the expression works, right? Now you just need to know the meaning of precedence. It is an order in which operations are computed. Like I'm having this asterisk, the kind of division, the kind of like power if I want to calculate. So the having a kind of operations of order in which it should be computed, it is known as precedence. So let us suppose if I'm just giving it here 4 asterisk asterisk 5 plus 2, what it can give me? Definitely it will add 2 in the 1024. Let's see. You can see here it is giving me 1026, right? Because this power like asterisk asterisk is having the more precedence than the addition. Okay, so this is known as the precedence, right? Moving ahead, I have different kind of operators here for precedence. Okay, like if I'm just using this one, they all are having the same kind of precedence. If I'm just using this one, they all are having the different they all are having the same kind of precedence. Okay, but also if I'm just using this asterisk one, it would be having more kind of precedence than this positive or negative. Okay, now let us suppose if I am having this plus and minus in the same row and just having this one in the same question, what will be the output then? Definitely we will move to the associativity for this one. Whenever two or more operators have the same precedence, then associativity defines the order of operations. Now in the Python you can see here almost all operators except the exponent. Remember this one, except the exponent support the left to right associativity. Let us suppose this one is the example here. Okay, I'm just writing it here, and if I just print this one, it will give me 1. How it is giving me 1? Because the precedence is moving from left to right. Right? We have already seen it here, left to right associativity. So from left to right it is going. So first of all, 4 into 7, it is giving me 28, right? If I'm just dividing 28 with 3, what it will give me? 3 into 9, it will give me 27, and 1 will be the remainder. So asterisk, this percentile is used for the remainder. Just remember this one. Let me comment it here. If I'm just using this percentile, it is used for remainder. Okay. So this is how the associativity works. Just remember this thing. So these are the basic concepts that we need to know in the Python programming. I think I have covered the basics of Python here. We will see in the next lecture that how the for loop, how the if-else statement works. So stay connected with us. So thank you for joining the Spentarn learning platform, and I hope you like this video. Hit like button and keep share to this channel. So thank you so much. Thank you.